Hey guys, so it's been a week since my last video, kind of like normal. I try to do these weekly. I hope that's all okay, and if it's not, I'm gonna continue anyway, because if I don't, I will forget lots of things, and I already do. So last time I vlogged, I was in Liverpool, just to give you a little update on Liverpool. So the next day, I went on my little bus tour with my roommate, and it was a hop-on, hop-off bus tour. We saw lots of things, including a arch that was used in the filming of Robert Downey Jr.'s Sherlock Holmes, which I was super excited about, but I didn't get a picture of, so I don't know what's going on with me. We got to see the White Star, the building where the Titanic was registered at, which was the White Star Company who owned the Titanic, and that building is now being used as a Titanic-themed hotel, which is super awesome. And what else? Saw some cathedrals. Found out that the hotel that I was staying in was owned by the White Star Company that owned the Titanic, but also there's some rumors going around that Adolf Hitler used to work there. So, who knows? And overall, just did a lot of things that did not involve the Beatles. So that was nice. It was a refreshing taste of a city that you hear about all the time, but instead, I got to find out a lot of other things about it, and I need to go back because I didn't have enough time. A day is not enough time in Liverpool for me. But that is not what this video is about. So, another little quick update. My field trip yesterday was to York, and York is a historical place that has to deal with the historical event called the War of the Roses, which ended up with King Henry VII, which is, yes, King Henry VIII's father. And so York was the place of the Yorkist side of that conflict between the monarchical, I'm just going to say the royal family at that point in time. And so we went to York, got to see York Minster, which is a beautiful cathedral that is built there, has beautiful stained glass. And overall, and really just got to see the town. Again, that is not what this video is about. What this video is about is two things that are kind of similar. So first, today marks a very special day for me. Which that sounded kind of weird coming out of my mouth, so I don't know why I said that. Anyway, so for anybody who knows me or has already seen on Facebook, I am a really big Pride and Prejudice fan, mainly Jane Austen. Love her dearly. Granted, I am an English major, so that would kind of make sense. But anyway, today I went to Pride and Prejudice, the play. It was in Newcastle, and there are two things I have to say about that. First of all, Newcastle is an hour away, so it wasn't really that hard for me to get there, and I'm really a million times really glad that I decided to go. I did think against it for a little bit, just because the tickets were kind of pricey, and I was like, well, what if they don't have any seats left? But I went, they had seats, and it was worth it. I would do it all over again. It was that good. Loved it. I walked out of the building and I wanted to cry. It was just so beautifully done. I feel like it definitely represented Jane Austen's work wonderfully, and just love. I loved it all. Loved every second of being in that theater, watching my probably all-time favorite book. I love lots of books. I want to be a librarian, so I love lots of books, hence why I'm in the library. But Pride and Prejudice holds a very special place in my heart, and so it was just wonderful seeing it come alive. Second, though, I never realized that Newcastle shows up in Pride and Prejudice. Like, How could I not realize this when Newcastle is like an hour bus ride away? No idea. But yeah, they mentioned Newcastle in Pride and Prejudice, and I realized that today when I was at the theater, and they're like Newcastle in their British accent that I can't really replicate right now, which is unfortunate. But then, of course, everyone started laughing because we were in Newcastle, and Newcastle is quite the tourist destination. So, yeah, interesting. Second of all, I figure that this is a better time than any to announce my spring break plans. So, spring break is in 3 weeks. So I have 3 weeks to plan this trip that I want to go on. And I'll give you a few hints quickly before I end up telling you anyway. But first of all, I am not leaving this continent. So I'm not going over to mainland Europe. I'm not going to Ireland, unfortunately. So I'm staying here. Number one. Number two, it has to deal with what I was just talking about. So I'll give you like 5 seconds. 1. Figure out what I'm doing. 2. 3, 4, 5. Okay. I am going on my own little version of a tour to Pride and Prejudice locations that were used in my all-time favorites. Well, maybe not anymore, but my all-time favorite version of Pride and Prejudice, which is the 2005 version of the movie with Keira Knightley. Love. I love the music, I love the acting, I love the costumes, like everything. However, I think the play today might now have topped that, although I couldn't buy a video of it because I didn't have one, so I guess the 2005 movie just has to keep being my favorite. So anyway, I have a few different places from Sherwood Forest to Kent to just a few other places that I can't think of right now. And I am hoping to go to them. And then also in my little tour I have planned out, I'm hoping to stop in Hampshire, which is where Jane Austen used to live and where she is buried. So hope to go see her grave, maybe get some inspiration of my own. Probably not. I don't really write anymore. I used to. But maybe get some like librarian inspiration, who knows, from Jane Austen. So that is my big spring break plans. Now you all know. Should have had like a drum roll or something. But anyway, I just wanted this to be a quick little update. Mainly, I just wanted to talk about the play today. It's so good. I can't even like describe it. It was just so beautiful. And the characters were so good. Love Mr. Darcy. I always love Mr. Darcy. My fave. But anyway, I can't really do the play justice if I were to talk about it anymore. So just know that these beautiful people that are on this cover, they did an awesome job of bringing my favorite book to life. So gotta give them lots of credit for that. And this is as good a time as any to say adios, amigos. At the end of this video, will be adding in some pictures from, okay, actually just one picture, probably, of my time at the play, and then maybe I'll add in a few others from my adventures so far, so that you guys can kind of see what I've been up to. So anyway, I hope you all are doing well, and I will see you all next week. Oh no, I forgot about something. Okay. I meant this video to be done, but I remembered that one of my friends, shout out to you, Sarah, love you dearly. I want to call you what I normally call you, except that this is going on the World Wide Web, so I won't use your last name. But Sarah messaged me with a question about the currency here in England that I really need to answer because I was so excited to get a question. So Sarah asked me, the exchange rate between US dollars and British pounds. So I wrote it out. So 1 pound equals $1.20. And so when something is priced at 1 pound, I'm paying $1.20 for it. If something is priced at 5 pounds, I'm paying $6 for it. So that's how the conversions go. And as for how we pay for the money, how we pay for whatever it is that we're buying, I personally pull money out from an ATM using my debit card, and so I pull it out in British pounds so that I am paying them in their currency. I don't know if you can pay them in American money. I haven't tried, and I don't think I will try. And then you can also just like at the grocery store pay with your card like you normally would, but I just prefer to have cash on me and just use the ATMs to pull out money. So good time to just remind anyone that if you have any questions that you want me to answer in these videos, you can always just message me, leave a comment, whatever, and I will be more than willing to answer whatever you have to ask. So get ready, some awesome pictures are coming your way.